Okay, so welcome back. In this video, we'll be trying to solve the problem of the day in GeeksForGeeks. Alright, find element occurring once when all others are present thrice. So, given an array of integers of length n, every element appears thrice except for one which occurs once. Find that element which occurs once. So, in simple words, we'll have an array of integers. We have to just figure out as to which integer occurs once, right? So here are some examples. However, I'll be explaining with some examples of my own. So let's see as to how we can solve this. Okay, so let's consider our array of integers n. Let's say, for example, now they can be in any random order. Okay, so say for example we have 4, 5, let's say we again have 4, then we have 6, 6, 4 and 6. Okay, in this your answer should be 5 because 5 is the only number which occurs once, right? So if you, okay, now the first thing we have to do when we get the array is that we have to sort it. Okay, so after you sort the array, you will get it something like this. So you will get 4, 4, 4, then you will get 5, then 6, 6, 6, right? So if you think about it, the way we can solve this is we have to check for every 3 subsets of numbers if they're same or not. So basically, we'll check the first, second and third element. We'll check the second, third and fourth element and so on. Okay, because according to the question, every element satisfies this particular condition except for the one element that occurs once. Now, since it is sorted, it will for sure be arranged in this order itself, right? So, as I said, like you sorted, you will get 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. Now, there are some cases in which the elements can occur, right? So, either the element that occurs once, it comes in the starting, or it can come somewhere in the middle of the array, or it can come at the end of the array. So like, say for example, it comes in the starting. So I'll take one more example. Instead of this whole thing, let me just erase this. Let's erase this. Now, I'll take one example in which it comes in the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to take my pen here. I'll do 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 6. Okay, now this array, if you sort the array, it will come out as 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, right? Now this is the easiest case to solve. Here the element which occurs once, it comes in the starting itself, right? So as I said, we have to compare every set of elements and go forward. So we'll check if this is same as this and if this is same as this, right? In this 4 and 5 are not same. So we have a situation in which the element that occurs once comes in the starting itself. It's very easy and we can just return 4 as the output, right? Now let's go through the second case where the element can occur anywhere in the middle of the array. Okay, so in this case I will take 5. Okay, oops. Okay, so now let's check 5. Now I'll just make sure that 5 occurs once and 4 occurs thrice. Okay. Okay. Now when you sort the array, your array will be something like this, right? You'll have 4, 4, 4. Then you'll have 5. Then you'll have 6, 6, 6. Right. Now again, we'll check our conditions, right? So we'll check this first subset, then the second subset and so on. So now we'll check 4, 4, 4, right? 4 is same as 4 and this 4 is also same as 4. So it satisfies the condition. So all we'll do is in the beginning, I will be 0. Okay, we'll have a variable called I to check. So we'll basically check if array of I, right, is equal to array of I plus 1 is equal to I plus 1 is equal to array of I plus 2, right? Like this is the way we check as to if the element occurs thrice or not. Okay, now if this condition is satisfied, we'll just do I is equal to I plus 3. So we can go to the next subset. So now I will be over here, right? I will be over there. Let me change the color a bit. Now I will be over here, right? Here again it will check for the same thing. We'll check if array of I is equal to array of I plus 1 is equal to array of I plus 2. Okay, here 5 is not same as 6, of course. So again, we can return 5 as the answer. Okay, like it's that easy. Now, when the element that occurs once comes at the end, we have one small exceptional case which you have to deal with, right? So now, say for example, that instead of 5 repeating, it was the element, instead of 4 and 6 repeating, let's say that 6 was the element that occurs once. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make 4 and 5 appear thrice. Okay, say for example I 4 4 5, then 6 5, then one more 4 and one more 5. Okay, now this one, when you sort it, what will you get? You'll get 4 4 4, right? Then 5 5 5, and then we'll get 6, right? Now here's what we'll do. Again, first subset, second subset, right? Again, we'll check if the first 3 elements are same or not. They are same. I will move on to the 4th element. Then we'll again check for these elements as well. Again, 5 is equal to 5, which is equal to 5, right? So it will move on. Now, I will come over here. I will come to this element right here. Now here we can't apply that same condition. Like the reason being is that if we apply the same condition as a of I is equal to a of I plus 1 equals to a of I plus 2, here we have a of I, right? But a of I plus 1, it goes beyond the bounds of the array. So we'll get an error for this, right? So we can't do that. So we'll basically have a separate if statement checking if we reach the end of the array or not. Now, if we reach the end of the array, then we can return this number itself as the answer, because that will be the only element left which we haven't checked, and therefore that will be the element which occurs only once, right? Okay, so that's basically it. Now the runtime complexity, now you're sorting the array, so the runtime complexity is going to be O of n log n, because that's how it is in C++. Now the space complexity, we are like not using any extra space, so it'll just be O of 1. So now let's see as to how we can code this whole solution out. Okay, so let's start. Now, as I said, the first thing we have to do is to sort the array. So I'll just do sort array, comma, array plus n. Then we'll make a variable answer to store our answer. Okay. Now, like this answer will basically store the element which occurs only once. Now we'll make a for loop to go through each subset. So for I equal to 0, I less than n, we can say that I plus equal to 3, like because that is the way we can go to the next subset, right? Now inside the for loop, we have to check that exceptional case first, as I said. So if I is equal to n minus 1, this basically means that if I reach the end of the array, then we can basically say that that remaining element will be the element which occurs only once, right? As I explained earlier. So we can just do answer equal to array of 5, and we have our answer, right? Okay. Or else we can do else. Now inside the else state, we have to first check, right? So array of I is equal to array of I plus 1 and array of I plus 1 equal to array of I plus 2. This is how we check that, right? Now if this condition is satisfied, we can continue with the for loop, okay? Because up till now we haven't found the element which occurs once. Now, otherwise, if this condition is not satisfied, it means that we found the element, right? So we can just do answer equal to array of I, then we can break out of the loop, right? That's basically it. Now we can return our answer. So let's see if this works or not. Okay, oops. Okay, I forgot to put the semicolon here. It should work now. Okay, it works. Let's submit. And there you go. That's how you solve this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys are interested, I will have this exact same code in my GitHub repository down below. I'll be leaving a link in the description so you guys can access the code from there. All right. So yeah, that's basically it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.